Okay, so we'll keep this one short for today. Um, so for the online class here, rather than just having a sub log in and show you this video, I think you can handle just clicking on the link yourself, hopefully. And then for everybody that's either in class or in the hybrid group B, um, hello. Today, our job is going to be to just do this last step of the design process, which is going to be to present our solution that we've come up with and tested and built and everything like that. So when you click on this link, this is where you've got the video, hopefully. Um, all it's going to be is just in a paragraph or two. If it's two paragraphs, they're probably going to be shorter. If it's one paragraph, it might be a little longer. Your job is to sell your solution to your client, and remember, the client is the fun fair committee here. You're not selling this to people playing the game; you're selling it to the committee. So that's going to be a slightly different audience. So think about that. So make sure you describe your game, tell the committee why your game should be chosen, and justify that it meets all of the criteria and constraints that they set forth. So it might not be a bad idea to review that design brief, because if you go to the design brief, it's got all of the criteria and all of the constraints. So I would say at the very least, you need to at least mention these things. When you describe your game, you're probably going to include that it's launching or tossing something. You're probably going to describe the game, and it's going to seem simple enough that it could be learned within 30 seconds. You're going to talk about how many people win the game in your tests. You're going to talk about the fact that no one's been injured yet, and then you're going to talk about the size a little bit. You don't need to go crazy here. If your final presentation or your write-up takes more than a full page, you've written too much. This is a situation where you need to be concise as well as cover everything. So when you're doing this, again, just keep in mind your audience and make sure you give them the information that they're going to want to have to decide whether or not your game should be allowed for the fun fair. And then you're just going to submit it to this assignment. I'm letting you either do a Google Doc as a file upload or a website, however you want to do that. If you share it, make sure you've just shared it with me before you submit it. Other than that, I will see everybody in either tomorrow or Wednesday, depending on when we've got our next face-to-face meeting.